A year of nightly meditation and journaling quietly transformed one person's life. A year of nightly meditation and journaling quietly transformed one person's life. This video explores the journey of insight and the subtle shifts in perception that occur over time. The quantum lens on meditation and journaling reveals a deeper understanding of consciousness. Quantum mechanics, with concepts like the observer effect and non-locality, suggests that our perceptions and thoughts can influence reality. This insight aligns with the idea that meditation and journaling can shift our perspective and alter our experience of the world. The observer effect, where the active observation affects the observed, mirrors the way our thoughts and reflections can change our reality. Non-locality, where particles can be connected regardless of distance, reflects the interconnectedness of our experiences and thoughts. This quantum perspective offers a new way to understand the transformative power of meditation and journaling. An embodied moment of meditation and journaling reveals the subtle shifts in perception. In a quiet room, a person sits with a journal, reflecting on the day's events. The act of writing down thoughts and feelings allows for a deeper understanding of one's inner state. This moment of reflection can lead to a sense of clarity and peace. The body, in this moment, becomes a text to be read and understood. The act of journaling can help to release pent-up emotions and thoughts, leading to a more balanced and centered state of being. This embodied moment is a powerful tool for transformation. Examining the quiet transformation, the shadow exposes a gap between conceptual agreement and lived execution under social pressure. Zen monastic training offers useful contrast because it links spiritual maturity to repeatable discipline in conflict, fatigue, and ambiguity. That gap appears in ordinary environments. At the end of a long day, a difficult tone appears in a conversation, and uncertainty is treated as immediate threat. The bottleneck is usually attentional capture under social threat, which recycles the same interpretation loop and blocks incoming evidence. A durable response sequence is empirical rather than aspirational. Name the trigger, verify what is directly observed versus inferred, and perform one action that increases relational stability. Repeated consistently, this approach displaces performance with embodied decision-making that others can observe and verify. Can we measure progress by repair quality rather than by self-description? Examining the quiet transformation, power, and privilege can be treated as a systems problem inside the person rather than a language problem. In early desert monastic reflection, teachers emphasized implementation fidelity. The same principle must survive pressure, conflict, and social friction without softening. A practical example clarifies the requirement. In a routine moment, an unanswered text leaves room for interpretation, and the mind reads criticism before context is available. Under load, ruminative looping under uncertainty dominates and converts open attention into predictable self-justification. The operational correction is specific. Pause long enough to reduce physiological reactivity, describe the current observable signal without embellishment, and execute one action that repairs trust rather than defends position. Outcomes register across relationships and work decisions, not in private reflection alone. What happens when we name the defense before we justify our response? Examining how nightly meditation unveiled life's subtle secrets, the grief layer gains traction when it moves from philosophy into repeated behavioral experiment. In Taoist contemplative tradition, practitioners evaluated development by consistency of response across high-stakes situations, not by quality of articulation during calm intervals. A familiar setting demonstrates why this matters. In a brief social exchange, a changed plan removes a sense of control, and defensive interpretation appears before curiosity. The hidden architecture of that moment is identity fusion with a preferred self-story, narrowing available responses before deliberate thought can engage. Interrupting that sequence requires precision. Register the first signal before the narrative solidifies, separate the observable fact from the interpretation layered on top, and substitute one response with lower conflict cost, verified over multiple recurrences. This shift shows up as shortened repair time and fewer escalation cycles. Where does control end and honest attention begin? What must we genuinely mourn to embody the insights of meditation and journaling?